stars and the robins that sing merrily. Put 'em in the box, tie 'em with a ribbon, throw 'em in the deep blue sea. You can take the flowers down in Lover's Lane and that sentimental poetry.
How's it working out, Wayne?
I'm doing very well, but I just lost a bunch of Karen's money. Yay.
All that stuff, the dreams that ruin your sleep.
My name is Neil Kent. I'm a candidate for U.S. Senate nomination this year. I have the privilege of being our nominee in 2014. And 52,846 votes, not that anybody's counting.
It's so good to see so many friends here tonight, and you all look fabulous. I think this is supposed to be the fun night, right?
Here's the thing, you have to change the needle in between every single record.
Yeah?
Pretty sweet, right?
Yeah.
White. Okay.
Frank, how are you doing?
Quite well, thank you. And
Yes, let me see you in your hat.
oh yes.
Yeah, you have to put your hat on. Okay, fantastic.
You'd almost think I was pushing approval voting.
I don't know what that is. You only tell me every time we meet.
Yes, thank you. Approval voting lets you vote for as many candidates as you want to. The
Fantastic.
instructions are vote for one or more. Yes.
Because when Dave and I actually read the regulations, and I don't think most of them do that. I mean, my gosh, there are so many regulations, you can't comply. There's no way you can read or know all that stuff, and it changes all the time. It's almost impossible to know all of those bodies that govern you. You know, I really feel bad for people when they start businesses and they don't know this, and I think it's most people, because you know, you take all of your money and you sink it into this business, and you've just made yourself a slave because you want to run it, you want to do things that will, you know, increase your market, increase your revenue, but everywhere you go, you have some little bureaucrat that doesn't want you to do something or makes you do it in some ridiculous way. And it makes little businesses hire, you know, attorneys or accountants, and we can't afford all that stuff. We can't afford a floor of accountants and compliance people like these big businesses can, and people just don't know. They're trapped, and they can't do anything. They try to live within these little walls because all their money is sunk into this business. That makes me sick.
In my opinion, one of the worst problems in the criminal justice system and law enforcement isn't that there's some bad cops. It's that the good cops cover for it. That, to me, is the real problem.
My name is Domina L. I am a board member of the Erotic Service Provider Legal Education and Research Project. And I am excited to be at the Libertarian Convention in Colorado talking about decriminalization. We don't want legalization, we want decrim. It's the way to go. It's the only way. It's the path to harm reduction. The United Nations, the World Health Organization, Amnesty International, and while I understand there's some problems with those organizations, they have come out and they have made the statement, decriminalization is the path to harm reduction.
All right.
Michael Pickens here. Thank you so much. Really looking forward to the debate tonight. Colorado Convention has been fantastic. This is my second year. There's about twice as many people this year than last year, so obviously some progress being made. And you guys nominated, what, 26 candidates today? So you guys are rocking and rolling. Keep it up.
Wave to the camera. How you doing, Rich? How you doing, Gary?
Good. How about you?
Yeah, there's going to be some sparks tonight. Yeah, it's going to be.
Anything that was undercooked, you know?
Yes. If anything's undercooked, this debate will take care of it.
You watched the whole show? So we're not
Yes, I did.
the end of it or anything? Okay.
No, not for me. You might spoil it for some of these guys, but.
We actually sold the store in Breckenridge.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
Okay, yeah, we sold the store in Breck to fund expansion on the wholesale side. We think it's more like, you know, Coors doesn't own any stores, but Coors is in the stores, and we think that's where the growth in the industry is going to be is being the product inside of the store. So we're focusing on that now.
So is that what first season a one-off, or are they still following you guys, or?
CNN stopped doing hostless shows. So since our show had no host, it's certainly been cut from their roster.
We'll be missing our opportunity. So I'm asking you, if you're not a candidate, to seriously consider doing so. I'm a candidate, I signed up, you saw the hands. If we have candidates up and down the ballots, the low-hanging fruit, the votes will be coming our way this November, and we will break vote totals that we've never done before.
Today, as a delegation, you nominated a number of candidates for state office and national office. We also have an amazing slate of presidential candidates. Today, I was able to give a talk on the foundations of the Libertarian Party from 1971, its inception right here in Colorado Springs. Give yourself a hand. And in that talk, I actually outlined all of our presidential candidates, minus one from 2008. I also talked about the infighting within the Libertarian Party, when it started, why it started, and how to solve it and stop it. There's been some recent controversy. Controversy is fun, brings awareness to what we're doing. But in the end, we are right here at statism, where we're at right now. Over here is freedom, right? This is anarchy at this end. So we are on opposite ends of where some people would like to be. The argument between minarchist and anarchist has been going for years, right? How about we all hop on the train, moving in this direction, and then when we get to minimal government, we can decide to get off or not. Yeah. How does that sound?
I'm going to introduce our presidential candidates here in a couple minutes, but I have some good news for you guys. I'm not sure who's watched the news in the last, couple weeks or couple months, but we got some pretty great presidential candidates running for the Republican and Democrat nomination. Now, they're not great for America, but they're great for us. Yeah. They're going to create an opening for us that's unreal. I'm not going to get up here and argue that we're going to necessarily win the presidential race. Obviously, we're going to run to win. But this year, we're going to set records, and it's going to be amazing. Not only that, but today we nominated 26 candidates that would represent the state of Colorado. You're running for all sorts of different offices. That puts us at the most candidates per capita for a state libertarian party in the entire nation. We have our moderator, Mark Goddard.
Welcome, candidates. My name is Darrell W. Perry, and I represent the Libertarian wing of the Libertarian Party. When I first joined the Libertarian Party in 1999, it was proudly proclaimed as the party of principle. But over the last decade or so, it seems as though some in the party want to make the Libertarian Party the party of half measures and incrementalism. There are some people that say that if we water down the message just enough, we can reach this magical number to where we can get a government handout through some FEC something another. Well, I'm not up here tonight to promise getting 5% of the vote and a massive welfare check. I'm not up here to promise winning the election. What I'm up here promising is to, as boldly as possible and as consistently as possible, proclaim the ideas of liberty to everyone that is able to hear them.
Okay, where's Nathan? You are awesome. You give me hope. I was over there trying to contain myself from screaming at what you were saying, because you are absolutely right. We have a perfect storm. The GOP and the DNC have created this perfect storm, and they're going to sink. And guess who's going to come up to the top? We're going to get this one shot. I believe this party was birthed for this moment.
I'm not a politician. I'm a physician. I'm a full-time anesthesiologist. I'm used to putting people to sleep one at a time.
Mr. Ince, is there any issue that you disagree with the Libertarian Party?
No.
All right, candidates, this is round two. For round two, these questions will be 1 minute long. Every candidate will answer the same question.
The Federal Department of Education gives each state about 11 cents out of every school dollar that every state spends. But it comes with 15 cents attached to it. It's a negative to take federal money. So, and another thing, the Federal Department of Education, I think people think that it was established with George Washington. It was Jimmy Carter.
Well, you know, immigration has always been the key to the growth of our nation from the very beginning. It's emblazoned on the Statue of Liberty that we invite people to join our country. So, but the problem is, as each group came in, as the years went by, they were victimized and villainized until the next group came along. You know, the thing is, I believe in the freedom of movement. I believe that people should have the right to make a better life for themselves. And many people see that promise here in the United States of America to join us to build a better future for them and their families.
I've been very successful at converting even Bernie Sanders supporters to the free market argument in healthcare with the following discussion. Eye surgery used to be very expensive. It's an elective surgery. It's the kind of thing that you have to pay for out of pocket. When it first came out, it would sometimes regress. It was a low quality surgery with a high cost. As time has passed, the quality of that surgery has gone up and the costs have come down. This is what the Libertarian Party offers to the United States in forms of health care. We can build a broad-based coalition of people who will want these types of reforms if we make these simple arguments.
Libertarians represent the majority of the electorate. It's just that they don't know it, but we may have that opportunity to do it. And lastly, Colorado, you rock!
I thought it was a very good debate. I enjoyed having the perspectives of all the candidates that were there, and I think that we saw quite a bit of the power that we have as the Libertarian Party, as we have folks that are really going to represent us well in November.